I'm here with wide receiver Spencer Wilkins on my left and defensive back Ty Smith on my right. We're going to begin with Spencer. It was indeed a magical season for the Tigers last year, going to the national championship game. But unfortunately for you, you came down with a season-ending injury. What was it like? What were your emotions going through watching what your team did last year?
I mean, it was disappointing, and I was disappointed that I couldn't help out my team. But it was exciting just watching them play. I did what I could to help my team win. You know.
Well, you were on pace last year for a breakout season before the injury. First of all, how are you feeling going into 2014, and what are your expectations?
I'm feeling 100% right now. My expectations are to win another CAA title. You know, if we can win three CAA titles out of 4 years, I know that's a good career for me.
On the offensive side, you know, running back Terrence West, he went into the draft last year. Now he's out there hanging out with Johnny football and LeBron James out in Cleveland. Have you spoken to him recently, and how's he doing as he gets ready for his first NFL training camp?
I haven't spoke to him recently, but I'm pretty sure he's working hard, so he should be all right.
You guys have to replace quarterback Peter Athens. You know, we saw Connor Frazier step up in the playoffs last year. How has he looked going into training camp coming up?
Yeah, we have an excellent coach, quarterbacks coach Jambros. You know, he does a good job of teaching the quarterbacks the fundamentals. So when Connor came in and excelled the way he did, it was no surprise to us. And same thing with Pete. So we're excited to see what Connor can do for us. You know, he's very mobile. He's a very good quarterback. He's very smart. So he should be all right.
And speaking of Terrence West, you guys have to replace him at the running back position. We saw Darius Victor have a really nice rookie campaign. Is he ready to carry the load, or is there a combination of running backs that will be participating this year in the backfield for Towson?
Yeah, Darius, he works very hard. You know, we call him the human bowling ball.
He looks like it.
Yeah, so he runs people over. He runs hard. You know, he has a lot of heart, so he'll be all right. He'll be a good fit.
All right, Spencer. Well, good luck in 2014, Ty. You know, before we get into this season, let's take a trip back memory lane. We got to finish up on last year. I mean, it was an amazing run for Towson. You got to participate in it. What will you remember most from last year, starting with the upset of UConn all the way to the national championship?
From last year, I remember the FCS playoff run the most because each of them games were exciting. You know, all the teams we played in the playoffs were real good teams, and the games came down to the end. So I remember that the most.
Now let's talk about a little bit about an individual award, the Buck Buchanan Award watch list. You're a member of that list going into 2014. What does it mean to be on a list with the top defensive players in the country?
It means a lot. First of all, I want to say that I'm blessed and thankful that God gave me that, you know, and I want to say also shout out to the other players who's on the list. But it's only a preseason thing, so I still have to play the season. So I'm really focused on this year and playing this season.
How much did last year's playoff run really or just the whole year in whole, put Towson on the map?
It puts us on the map a lot because now when I go home to North Carolina and wear a Towson shirt, people know who Towson is. But when I first came there, nobody knew who Towson was. Nobody knew where Towson actually was in Maryland, you know. So it's a good feeling.
Now, one of your co-captains on defense, Brighton Barr, missed most of last year. He comes back. How has he looked in rehab coming back, and what type of impact is he going to make on this Towson defense this year?
Brighton, unfortunately, got injured again in summer workouts, and he'll be out again this season. But he's still going to be a captain, and he's still going to lead us on the sideline and contribute as much as he can.
Sorry to hear that. We wish him well as he gets ready for 2015. Your defense has three, you know, including yourself. You have two other members on the All-CA preseason defensive team, and Ryan Dallaire and Christian Carpenter. What are the expectations for the Towson defense this year with all these returning guys?
Our expectation is to now be the defense we know we can be. You know, we have Christian Carpenter, Darnell Lewis, Julian Kilkelly, we have Ryan Dallaire and the whole defensive line. So now we have the talent. It's now, at this point, it's time to show what we can do.
Now, Coach Rob Ambrose has used a lot of catchphrase and lines that have been really trendy, even on Twitter and everywhere the past couple years. Last year's was "Leave No Doubt." What is the message going into this year?
As of now, it's still "Leave No Doubt," but you know, as we go into camp, as camp goes on, we'll probably come up with another slogan. So
that's great. Well, guys, good luck in 2014.